And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team. We got a hot listing here in Tampa Bay. Coming up, Captain Will Smith here on the show. 2156 Masters Court. This is in Dunedin, Florida. Beautiful condo that we've got listed here on Masters Court in Dunedin. You've got a golf cart community. This one's 20 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. You got 2 owner suites here, cozy living room in this property. Beautiful condo in Pinellas County. 2156 Masters Court, Dunedin, Florida. And you are a short walk across the parking lot to the community pool and assigned double carport as well. Parking, beautiful parking available. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Captain Will Smith in the house. Welcome back, sir.
How are you doing, Brandon?
Excellent. Blessed and highly favored, brother.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this weather. It's nice and cool, a little breezy outside.
It was windy yesterday.
It was. It was a little windy today. It's going to get kind of rainy tomorrow, though. So.
Yes, this is a good day to take a plane out. Good flight day.
Oh, well, it'd probably be a little bumpy right now because of the wind. But,
a little bumpy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us what's new in the aviation industry.
Well, it's right now, aviation is as a pilot's kind of one of the top paying jobs out there. Because of the restraints or just the lack of pilots due to the mandatory retirements that are coming up. They're trying to move that up to 70. I don't think that's a good idea. Or 67. I don't think that's a good idea because as you get older, your ability to make decisions is not as sharp as it is when you're in your 20s.
Right.
But they're trying to figure out a way to get more pilots involved.
Right.
Some of the ways I don't agree with. There are having some. I have a couple of my buddies that are in training right now with some of the major airlines out there, and they say some of the guys or the candidates that are coming in don't have the experience level that the airlines are looking for, and it's taking their training twice as long as we normally would with someone that's experienced.
Wow.
Which, of course, creates resources and monies that have to, instead of doing something in 4 weeks, it's taking them 8 weeks. But so that's what we're looking at in that part of the industry. On my side, you can write your own check right now.
Private pilot.
Yeah, yep, just flying around privately in corporate jets. There's a real demand for pilots in that arena because they're all going to the airlines. So the airlines are offering $150,000 sign-on bonuses over a 4-year period.
Just to get people back in because they laid them off with the mandates and other things, right?
Yep, that's correct. And with the jab, on the negative side of the things, the people that were forced to get the shot, they're losing their medicals right now due to this myocarditis and the scarring of the heart and all that stuff that was associated with the jabs and the booster and another booster and another booster. So it's get to the point to where, I'm sure you and your audience and everyone else has heard where just recently a Southwest airline had to come back and land because the captain, the most experienced person on the plane, had a heart issue.
Wow.
And they had to have a guy that was deadheading, of course, another airline pilot, to come up and help the FO, reduce the stress load of coming back around.
The first officer?
Right, that's correct, first officer. So we're seeing this more and more, unfortunately. And, when you put everything together with the mandates, the people that just said, I'm done, took their early retirement, they're not coming back.
Exactly.
It creates this issue. This summer, I can tell you this, that if you're going to make plans to travel, get your tickets now. Because they're seeing in the air traffic control world, they don't have enough ATC guys to handle the flow.
Wow.
And this creates saturation, which creates ground delays.
Wow.
So they're not going to be able to sell the tickets. They're going to be book the trips.
Captain Will Smith here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Will Smith Aviation. We've got a couple of books that he's written as well. He's got a couple of books here. Ditches to Riches is one of them. Falling from the Sky is the other. And we're going to talk more with him on the other side of this break. Also, that's bleeding into our military as well. I want to play a clip from the Charlie Kirk show about the standoff at sea in Taiwan, what's going on there, because it's really affecting our military. The recruiting is down 25%. So some more interesting content here coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More with Captain Will Smith. Coming up later, we got Kurt Kennedy as well, Movement Mortgage on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to get a real estate update, mortgage update from Kurt Kennedy with Movement Mortgage. We'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you follow us online at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram, Twitter, and the YouTube channel, Brandon Rhymes Realty. And check out consumerqb.com.
Cutting through your typical media nonsense. and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. We got a program called K-Score, by the way. It's a great opportunity if you're thinking about getting a real estate license. Keller Williams pays through Kaplan a free class. You can take your real estate class for free, get licensed, get fingerprinted, and then a lot of people are doing that as a referral agent just to get their licensing done and then just refer business in. Then you can legally get paid 25% referral fee for referring people in to the Consumer Quarterback Show and the Platinum MVP team. Coming up, Captain Will Smith here on the show, Kurt Kennedy as well, Movement Mortgage. Before we do, hot listing here, 17313 North Dale Mabry Highway. This is a great opportunity to build your dream home. Another vacant lot parcel that we have, over an acre of land, undeveloped land. Crenshaw Lakes Community, opportunity to build your lakefront dream home. No CDD or HOA, and you got ample space as well to park outdoor vehicles. 17313 North Dale Mabry Highway in Lutz, Florida. One of our hot listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And we did list 100 acres over in Orlando, by the way. It's a $13 million parcel. We don't quite have the show cards put up for that, but it's a great opportunity. 10 miles from Disney, $13 million listing from the Meraki team, partnered up with the Platinum MVP team on that one. We've got a property at 907 Crenshaw Lake is another one of our listings. 907 Crenshaw Lake. This is a great opportunity if somebody wants to buy land that has a home that has a little bit more land. 3 acres. Ranch-style farmhouse at 907 Crenshaw Lake Road in Lutz, Florida. 2,425 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath. Ranch-style farmhouse on 3.16 acres, and it's completely updated and remodeled. Beautiful home. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpt.kw.com. All right, so Captain Will Smith Aviation, we were talking about, the effects of the mandates and other lockdowns and those types of draconian measures that were affecting the airline industry, but it also affected our military big time. Yep. And here's something that's really scary right now. I just want to go to a clip from the Charlie Kirk show. He's interviewing Jack Posobiec, who is I think he's retired naval intelligence officer.
Jack Posobiec is with us. Jack, welcome. Lots to cover. What is going on right now with Taiwan and China? Fill us in.
Yeah, Charlie. So what you're seeing right now, and we've been covering this on Human Events Daily quite a bit, is essentially a naval standoff between the Chinese Navy. You're seeing Taiwanese warships out there. The United States USS Nimitz aircraft carrier battle group is just off the coast of Taiwan. Also, the Chinese aircraft carrier the Shandong is also off the coast of Taiwan at this very time. So you're seeing a huge, as well as the Koreans, the Japanese, their respective naval fleets are in the area. So this is a complete envelopment of Taiwan Island. This is a standoff right now. Now, we will see, Charlie, we will see as to whether or not all of it comes on the heels of Speaker McCarthy meeting with President Tsai Ing-wen of Taiwan. And we'll see, of course, whether or not this comes to a fruition moment as to whether or not actual barrages take place or actual shots are fired. We've had some close calls between the U.S. and Taiwan before vis-a-vis the Taiwanese Strait that I sailed through when I was in the Navy. But I've been to Taiwan many times. Obviously, was spent 2 years in China. But this is probably the closest that I've ever seen the U.S. and China go to blows over Taiwan Island.
So it's a scary situation because of our military being depleted as well.
Yeah, well, I know the Chinese just launched their new aircraft carrier, so they've got the new technology with their airplanes and the aircraft carrier. Unfortunately, our government, we haven't really improved anything. So our technology is probably old technology compared to the Chinese Air Force and Naval. When was the last time we put out an aircraft carrier? It's been a long time. When was the last time we put out a new fighter jet? That's been a long time as well. So I'm concerned, but we have someone in charge that doesn't care.
Yeah.
So it really puts us in bad positions where recruitment is down. We don't have as many Navy pilots or Marine pilots, and each division has their own type of air assault, like the Navy and the Marines, and of course we have our Air Force. So it's concerning because you win battles and wars in the air, and I think we're just lacking that aggressiveness that we once had.
Yeah, and we lost the battle with even the balloon just flying over our country for
I don't
5
know
to
how
7
that
days.
happens. Yeah. I mean, you didn't notice it when it came across Alaska. I mean,
well, they lied about it too.
Yeah.
They said that they didn't collect intelligence, that we blocked it from collecting intelligence.
Right.
It came out later that no, they actually did collect intelligence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. I want to get to the cons and cons talk, or cons helping cons. It's been a little while since we've had Thomas on the show, but can you give us an update on that prison ministry?
I just reached out to him recently. There's a grant that I applied for, working with Coach Dungy and his team, Family First, and this is directly dealing with fathers that are coming out of prison, and we're also working with the youth as a diversion program. So any troubled youth or youth have gotten in trouble through Family First program, through our Coach Dungy, we're helping mediate and moderate the recidivism rate by saying, hey, we're going to mentor you. We're going to help you find a job. We're going to, if you need a place to stay, look for that. That's still one of the biggest obstacles that we're currently struggling with, is having a place for people that are coming out to live. So right now we're putting up in hotels, but we really need something more than that. And the teeny homes idea is still something we're working hard to. And with this new grant, hopefully we'll be able to purchase some land and develop it and create a place for people to transition.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest part of the transition, is having a place to live. When you have nowhere to live, it makes it really, really hard to not go back to prison.
Yeah, it's a combination of your surroundings, your environment, your resources, your resourcefulness, and having people to help you with a hand up and
Right.
Hand up and kind of get that placement. And Thomas Yunk with Cons Helping Cons, he has his Facebook page, Free to Serve, Cons Helping Cons, Free to Serve, and Captain Will Smith Aviation. Give us your final thoughts, and how do you want people to connect with you, Will?
Well, there's two ways. If you want to connect with me, as far as someone that's transitioning, I do have my transition program, which is Ditches to Riches. I'm doing Zoom calls now on one-on-one. You can go to CaptainWillSmith.com to get information about that, and go on Amazon to buy either one of the books. And if you're looking for a career, aviation is where to be. And there's different. You don't have to be a pilot. You can be a flight attendant. You can be a flight instructor. You can be an airport manager. Mechanic, yes. So there's needs in every position in aviation as far as that's concerned. And you can go to WillSmithAviation.com and get the resources that you need and the contact information you need from me.
WillSmithAviation.com.
Yep.
Check him out online. Captain Will Smith. Thanks for the updates there, bud.
Yep, absolutely. Good to see you again, man.
Hey, likewise, buddy.
All right.
Appreciate that. Taking a quick break. Coming back, we got Kirk Kennedy in the house. Movement Mortgage. We're going to talk about inflation. There's a story about SV Bank as well. And, of course, the local economy. What's happening locally, what's going on with rates, and some other interesting content coming up. Kirk Kennedy on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you've been listening to the phenomenal Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show.